All right, we're live, people. Tech Tip Tuesdays. We did our programming last night. Now we're back with Tech Tip Tuesdays. We did Security Sundays. Wednesday is our meetup. Recap Thursdays. Foolish Finance Fridays. Saturday, you know what it is. Tech Stocks and Jobs. Howie Lennox. And then we started all over again. Bringing you content, bringing you real things that you can use on a day to day basis. We're also giving you real things that you use with your family. And on top of all of that, I'm showing you how to make money. People are out here losing jobs. McDonald's is laying off, right? But what are we doing? Leveling up, coming back at it, getting back in the game, taking it to the next level. We're not worried about them layoffs. Why? Because I showed you where the people are hiring. I showed you where the skills are at. I showed you what they need. Broken Dusty Wednesdays. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, I don't know who Broken Dusty Wednesdays is for. I don't know who that is for. CBN, what's going on? Casual Economist, what's going on? Afri, what's going on? D, what's going on? Everybody out there in YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell. It's the only way you're going to keep up. It's the only way you keep up with what's going on, right? So, Tech Tip Tuesdays aim to be short. We don't want to be here all night. I'm just here to drop some news, some flavor, give you some tips to go along with your life. Now, yesterday, if you watched us on Sunday, it dropped yesterday, but you get it. On Security Sunday, where we talked about the actual young lady that had a credit card stolen, right? And the people were able to get her identity, right? Well, the card, the actual physical card, and go around and rack up $10,000. And Chase was like, "That's a physical card. You can't do that. Like, we're not giving y'all no money back on that." So $10,000 out of her pocket. She was prepping for a wedding. They was maxing out the card to open up a Best Buy card in her name and the whole nine. Got our cell phone number, the whole nine, and everything. So I got to thinking. I said, "What better tips today with Tech Tip Tuesday? What better tips to talk about than identity theft?" Let's talk about it. So, a couple of things that you need to know. Um, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. That's one. Two, don't forget to join the 300K, 500K earners. Are we dropping videos this week? Um, and on top of that, love on yourself. Bet on you. All right. So listen, that was rough, right? She had all that stuff lined up, and I got to go back and we got to finish that article because I want to go back and really show the mistakes that were made in that article. I'm doing a little bit of that today, but I want to do more of that. I want to do a deeper dive of that on Security Sundays. I want to do a deeper dive on that on Security Sundays. We'll probably finish that off, and we'll probably do a much deeper dive on that. On that. But today, let's talk about some things. First things first, the person was able to get the card at her mailbox. So what I did was, and I actually did this for my mom because she had some situation going on with her as well too. Is I need for you all to change your mailboxes, right? What goes in can't just come directly out. It's what it is. So what I did was I went and found um, some of the best mailboxes or just some lock boxes, right? And let me um, pull this up right here, and then we'll look at some examples of some lock boxes here, right? So how to protect yourself first from mail identity theft, right? One, having things delivered to your house. You may want to get a PO box for important things, so that way whatever comes to your house is junk mail. But if you don't want to do junk mail, I mean, if you don't want to get a PO box, because there may be a cost associated with that. Another thing is to get a actual mailbox that locks. So once it enters in, the only way you can get it out, you got a key, and then you can unlock it and then go from there. Now, I'm not saying people can't pick those locks. Let's be clear. I'm not saying people can't pick those locks. So another thing you can do is also on your mailbox, on your locked mailbox, you can maybe put a small camera device there so you can see if somebody comes up, they pick it or whatever. You can at least get a physical alert. You can set it up to get an alert, but at least you can see a camera of who picked the lock, right? All right, so let's get into it. So in this article, and let me blow it up because it's maybe a little small there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so mail can, when you get a new card, they're gonna send it somewhere. So your new card. See that person got a new card, but they didn't activate that card. But somebody had gotten their phone number and activated the card, and the purchases that they were making, they was also saying yes that that person made the purchases. So it was no way that person could really fight that, right? Other than get that phone disconnected, maybe triangulate where that phone was at. If they turned on any type of services or anything, or at least ping where that phone came from or something, right? Where that person was making those calls at, because that person made a call as well too, right? All right, so we already know what mailboxes contain. Update your address. A lot of people move and never update their addresses, never forward anything. You still have stuff going in there. Here's one thing: go paperless. Save the environment. Go paperless. But if you decide to go paperless, my suggestion would be to make an account that has that you use just strictly for bills, an email account that you use strictly for bills, and all you do is log into that account and everything just goes there. Now, you can make multiple email accounts. There's nothing in the world that's saying that you got to have one email account, right? So think about that. One is a lockbox. Lock your mailbox. One of the best ways to keep people out of your mailbox is to lock your box, right? Lock your mailbox, right? Alternative, you can rent a PO box, like I stated. Another one is shred your mail, and I'm going to talk about that as well too, about shredding your mail. Right? I'm going to talk about that. Number four is secure your outgoing mail. Your incoming mail is the only thing that's vulnerable to identity theft. Your outgoing mail can also be stolen and used to commit fraud, especially if you're mailing a paper check with your bank or routing information, or a paper application containing personal data or something like that. Take it to the mailbox, or when the post office lady is running or whatnot, stick a note on the mailbox, say knock on the door so you can give them the mail or whatever the case may be. Number five, go paperless. Like I said, go paperless, right? All right. So I'm gonna read the comments here. Afri says, "Here's the thing about mail, though. I remember the guy in Atlanta that used a change of address form and redirected checks from UPS employees to his house. Paperless is an option. Yep. Your boy down bad. My LinkedIn and Tinder are dry. Return to center. Burning is better than shredding. Yep, it is. But most people are probably not gonna burn their stuff uh, in their backyard. All right, so here is what I wanted to discuss. What are the different shredder security levels? So we say shred, but did you know that shredding comes in different levels of shredding, right? There's different levels when it comes to shredding. So you may go to the store and buy a shredder, but it may not be a good shredder. It may not be a cross shred. It may not cut up enough. You may be able to pull the paper out of the shredder once it's shredded up, and then piece things back together and so forth. So what type of level of shredding should you have, and what's out there, right? All right, so here we go. There are different security levels, and let me blow that up some more. There's different security levels. What and why? As of 2018, there are seven different. This is 2018. There's probably more after this, but this is why I pulled real quick. There are different shredder security levels known as P1 through P7. P1 through P7. The P stands for paper based materials, and each level corresponds to the different size of paper shred. DIN 66399, the latest level standards, the latest level standards, right? So here we go. They have the different strips, right? The sizing of them, P1, P2, P3 strips, and then you got crosscut, right? You all want to be at least in the P4 to P7 range. You at least want to be cross cutting. Do not do strips. I repeat, if you get a shredder and it does strips, you're just setting yourself up for failure. You want to cross cut, right? P4 through P7, right? That's at least at a minimum of P4, right? All right, so P1, you can see here on the right hand side, there's strips. I could put that back together, right? And then P2, tinier strips. P3, you still got strips, but P4, now we're starting to do cross cut for double protection, right? P4, you're starting to do the cross cut shreds. Now, when they do the cross cut shreds, they're actually cross cutting, but there's a size of the cross cut as well too. There's a sizing on the cross cut. So here we go. Because instead of the basic strips, P4 includes cross cut shreds that cross paper twice to produce smaller shreds, right? Because of the small size, reconstructing shreds is difficult, if not impossible, right? It says difficult, if not impossible. If go on up, now you're getting the smaller cuts, right? So P5 sits as an in between. It provides more security than cross cut shreds at the P4 level, right? It says, but they're not small enough to meet NSA requirements for destroying classified material. Because shredders get slower as the paper shreds get smaller, P5 shredder is ideal for someone who prefers extra security over the speed of a P4, right? And remember, you can't put a whole bunch of paper inside of these to shred. It's gonna take longer, but you ain't got nothing but time because you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got nothing else to do but shred. If you got some kids, tell your kids to shred. If sit there one day and just turn on a soap opera or something like that, or whatever you watching, just shred, right? At least you're shredding. You want to be P4 to P7, right? I prefer you to be at P5, but P4 is fine. Remember now, the cost may go up. So if you look at something and you like, oh, this ain't nothing but $12 or $15, put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Or if not, I'm gonna be talking about you on Business Insider, and I'm gonna be like, ooh, Shalonda, ooh, D, ooh, Afri, you knew better. I know you knew better, right? If you know better, do better, right? So P6, cross cut shred particles, but like the P5, P6 is still not enough for NSA standards. And we'll go look at some P6s and stuff. So here, P7, you see that right here? P7 is the most secure type of available with shreds, right? From 5 millimeter squared particles to 1 millimeter, right? So that the maximum of only 4 characters can be seen on a shred. So you only get 4 characters on a little bit of shred, right? You don't have time to put that back together. That's too much time, right? Now, why am I telling you this? Because some of y'all get mail and y'all throw the mailers away, and now people can like at night, y'all put your trash out at night. If I really want to get you, if I really want to get you, if I really want to get you, I'm just gonna go dig through your trash at night. I'm gonna come by in a pickup van. I'm gonna go get your trash out, and I'm gonna take it back to my house, and I can find out anything I want to about you, right? I can find out anything I want to about you. If you got kids, if you don't, whatever, right? So that's one, right? So now I actually have a video here. Let me go. I got a video here for this locking box. Let me pull up my other browser so we could look at the video here. All right, so let's go do this. And then let's do this. And it's just a 5-minute video on Just a 5 minute video on the lock boxes. But I want you to have this information. So let's
A
blow that
regular
up.
mailbox can't deter a nosy neighbor or parcel thief,
And
but a
let's
locking mailbox can.
pause that and give y'all some sound because it's low. And their video is low too, by the way. Yeah, their video is low, but you bear with me. Make this bigger here. And here we go.
Mailboxes that lock typically have a slot that's large enough to insert letters or parcels, and a locked portion that can be accessed for mail retrieval using a key. When deliveries are locked inside, the security of your packages is strengthened. Locking mailboxes can be mounted on a wall at the front door, or they can be mounted on a post in the yard. You may want a locking mailbox designed to accept packages, letters, or both. A locking mailbox for larger packages can be pricey.
Now I want to say this too. It ain't like somebody can't pick that lock if they really wanted to. So that's why I recommend putting some type of alert on that mailbox, where there's some type of camera that's gonna send you some stuff, and I'll go through and pull out some cameras, but there are little bitty cameras that you can stick on there that alert when somebody come up, or if you all got your camera facing your front door or whatever your mailbox is at, you can read that. But again, you're too far away, so you may not be close enough to really get a visual of that person, right? So let's get back to it.
They offer the ability to secure a larger variety of packages and deliver added peace of mind. Number 5. Gibraltar Mailboxes HEK00W01. Verified reviewers say this hardy mailbox is as gorgeous as it looks in pictures. It stands on a Victorian-style pole base and features the U.S. Mail Eagle emblem.
Now, I want you to notice here, your mail goes in right here. It's locked right here in the back. And then it's also have a side as well too, right? So I just wanted you to notice that. Let me skip past this because he's going to give a description of it. Here we go right here. So you can see here, like you can get your stuff here. I'm not sure how this person got this. This look like this may be some type of book or something like that. It may be a letdown in the back where they can put it in, but they can't open it back up, right? So let me keep going here. I'm kind of skipping through here. Here we go here. Let's go.
Number 4. Architectural Mailboxes Elephantrum Dropbox. This secure mailbox comes in an extra roomy size to accommodate letters plus small parcels. It comes in attractive rubbed bronze, red, white, or black. The box has a rotating drum design. It's front-loaded with a pry-resistant 3-point lock system. Verified reviewers say it's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to open without a key, making it a top choice. This big 37 box bolts securely to the ground. It has a depth of nearly 12. The opening is 12.6, so your mail carrier can easily drop in small boxes.
And that's the other thing with Amazon package theft and so forth and so on. People are literally picking up mailboxes. You see them picking up ATMs out of places and stuff like that. So be mindful of that as well too.
Users like that there's a yellow, no deliveries indicator, giving them control over when and how they receive mail. The kit comes with 2 keys and, for an additional fee, expert installation. Number 3. Mailbox Curbside Locking Security Mailbox. Verified reviewers say they like this choice because it's USPS approved. They also appreciate the extra security of stainless steel. This is a curbside box, but it's large enough to accommodate small parcels. There's a top baffle door, plus the larger opening. Mailbox says it resists even crowbars or other theft devices. The steel used for this box is 14 and 16 gauge galvanized. It features a patented anti-pry lock. It's not just tough, it's at an angle that makes leverage difficult for thieves, according to verified buyers. The kit comes cast aluminum security mailbox. Buyers say they love the price tag on this sturdy mailbox. You can also save on some colors or styles, so check at the time you're ordering. This standing box is easy to reach without being bulky, buyers say. It stands 46.
And then they got
Says
this one too.
DVKPBZ00. The Gibraltar Mailboxes Venetian Bronze Series has a 4.5-star rating and more than
I don't see how
1,000
that one is
reviews as of
secure.
the time of this
Because it
article.
looks like you got a
For its
flap.
quality, the low cost is pretty surprising, verified buyers say. The box's size is ideal for homes as well as small offices. Inside, you get almost 12 in height and 9 depth. According to verified reviewers, it can handle magazines, catalogs, and some packages. Tamper-resistant galvanized steel is powdered during the manufacturing process to produce a seal against weather. Gibraltar proudly states that the boxes made in the US choose from black, black with brass, bronze with satin nickel, or clean and classic.
And I wanted y'all to have that, right? Just some top five mailboxes. Like most people don't consider their mailbox something to protect, but you should be protecting your mailbox, right? And last but not least, I went and pulled some identity theft stats, right? And this is from 2022. This is from Experian. It says incidents of identity theft and related fraud rose nationwide in 2021. Fraud complaints increased 19% to more than 5.8 million. Financial losses from fraud rose 77% to 6.1 billion. And the number of consumer identity theft complaints rose 3.3% to 1.43 million, right? It says, and that's why I'm wearing black to go along with the scams and the fraud. I'm on code. Incidents of fraud and identity theft surged in 2021, seemingly fueled by criminal exploitation of anxiety and confusion over C-19 financial losses. And those crimes also increased overall per incident. Now, we also saw people breaking into cars, and we also saw people just running their cars into businesses and storefronts. We saw in San Francisco they was just riding up, taking people's stuff out of the car from when they came from the airport or what have you. Just ride up, let me get that, and roll on out, right? But I'm here to say this. When it comes down to protecting yourself, there's nothing too crazy to protect yourself. And we also owe it to ourselves. And this is I'll probably do another show on this one. I'll probably do next week's show on this one. But I want to talk about this. And let me blow this up. See, y'all can see this right here. Senior identity theft. Senior identity theft. That is huge. If you're looking to create a company, especially with baby boomers, retiring, and Gen X is getting older, that's a sweet spot right there for senior identity theft. How to protect yourself. How do you know when someone is telling you? Especially we've seen Foolish Finance Fridays, right? We saw where people are, and if you've been on watching Petty T, where people are stealing from adults, from CPAs, the whole nine, right? So I want to do one on senior identity theft, and I want to do another one because I've been doing some research on this one, family identity theft. We talked about the high net worth individuals and so forth and so on, but we're gonna deep dive into protection, right? Again, this is just tech tips, things you all can do to protect yourselves. Those that missed it, go back and catch the replay on this one, because there's good information in here as well. And also remember shredding your documents, finding a locked security box. Um, what do these things mean? Again, data breaches, the whole nine. We're gonna get into it. Thank you again for coming out. Tech Tick Tuesdays. We'll see you all on Thursday. If you're not coming to the meetup on Wednesday, we'll have a recap. Again, appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you get the notification bell. And as always, remember, uh, bet on yourselves.